write 1/2 on the number line. She said,
first draw a line with 2 arrows.
then she sang a song, here's how it goes. 0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the first mark, and 1/2 is what you'll find when you get that far. My stuffed animal can't talk, but I thought I heard,
Hey Ben, on the number line, where's 1/3?
I said first draw a line with 2 arrows, and hey, I know a cool tune, here's how it goes. 0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the first mark, and 1/3 is what you'll find when you get that far. Then I texted my friend, what's to be done when the numerator isn't 1? She said,
Let's try to find 5 over 9 on the number line in like no time. Simply partition 9 parts from 0 to 1. Starting from 0, count 5, and at 5 9ths we arrive.
0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the 5th mark, and 5/9 is what you'll find when you get that far.
Let's use the number line to describe this pie. First count the total pieces, there are 5. 5's the denominator, all the parts, so 5 goes underneath the fraction bar. This number line goes from 0 to 2, but the fraction's less than 1, so here's what to do. Make 5 equal spaces from 0 to 1. Now the final step before we're done. The numerator is the one piece that's mine. After the first space, I'll write 1/5 of the line. Just remember this one tip in your minds, always count the spaces, never the lines.
0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the first mark, and 1/5 is what you'll find when you get that far.
When you get that far, yeah. When you get that far, yeah. Haha.
My friend if she could help me find where to write 1/2 on the number line. She said,
First draw a line with 2 arrows.
then she sang a song, here's how it goes. 0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the first mark, and 1/2 is what you'll find when you get that far. My stuffed animal can't talk, but I thought I heard,
Hey Ben, on the number line, where's 1/3?
I said first draw a line with 2 arrows, and hey, I know a cool tune, here's how it goes. 0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the first mark, and 1/3 is what you'll find when you get that far. Then I texted my friend, what's to be done when the numerator isn't 1? She said,
Let's try to find 5 over 9 on the number line in like no time. Simply partition 9 parts from 0 to 1. Starting from 0, count 5, and at 5 9ths we arrive.
0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the 5th mark, and 5/9 is what you'll find when you get that far.
Let's use the number line to describe this pie. First count the total pieces, there are five. Five's the denominator, all the parts, so 5 goes underneath the fraction bar. This number line goes from 0 to 2, but the fraction's less than 1, so here's what to do. Make 5 equal spaces from 0 to 1. Now the final step before we're done. The numerator is the one piece that's mine. After the first space, I'll write 1/5 of the line. Just remember this one tip in your minds. Always count the spaces, never the lines.
0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the first mark. And 1/5 is what you'll find when you get that far.
When you get that far, yeah. When you get that far, yeah.
If she could help me find where to write 1/2 on the number line. She said,
first draw a line with 2 arrows.
Then she sang a song, here's how it goes. 0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the first mark. And 1/2 is what you'll find when you get that far. My stuffed animal can't talk, but I thought I heard.
Hey Ben, on the number line, where's 1/3?
I said first draw a line with 2 arrows. And hey, I know a cool tune. Here's how it goes. 0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the first mark. And 1/3 is what you'll find when you get that far. Then I texted my friend, what's to be done when the numerator isn't 1? She said,
let's try to find 5/9 on the number line in like no time. Simply partition 9 parts from 0 to 1. Starting from 0, count 5, and at 5 9ths we arrive.
0 to 1 is the whole that we split apart. The denominator tells us into how many parts. Make a line that starts from 0 to the 5th mark. And 5 9ths is what you'll find when you get that far.
Let's use the number line to describe this pie. First count the total pieces, there are 5.
Dip, whip, slip it to your lip. We're gonna tune into crash.
And make it right.
Flash a splash, dab a dash. Super spread it. Make it double delicious with crack.
And make it right.
Cause the K in craft makes the bite taste right. It's the shining light to your appetite. Give it what you got, make it hot, hot, hot. Silly sweet, such a treat. KRAFT's the beat. Come on and tune into craft.
And make it right.
Bye.